I'm just in the process of doing some organizing that I haven't. I mean, I got in here and I set this place up as quickly and got everything set the first night, and then just ever since I've been here, just been doing this and that. This is super unorganized, right? So as I'm in here organizing, can't even just have a few minutes of being able to put shit together and organize. I'm just in here just trying to get shit organized and fucking crash, bam, boom. Now I got a fucking dent in my truck. My gate's ripped down. It's just like, fuck. It just never fucking ends. It just never fucking ends. So I actually got my first shower. I think it was in like 6 days, 7 days or something like that. So I heat up the water. And this is how I'm doing dishes too. I got dishes going on. This is my rinse. And then that's my wash bucket. So I heat up the water in there, pour it in there, wash them, bring them back here, cold rinse, hot rinse, dishes are done. So then I was like, man, I could take a shower like that too. I grabbed a bin lid and a bin. So I boil the water, not trying to get soap in there. Put it in there. Got my little scrunchy washer. And I got my soap and my shampoo. And I pour the water from in there to there. And then on myself. And look how clean I am. Look at that. Brand new. Can't really tell I'm dirty on the video anyway. So yesterday was so windy. Tent didn't blow down. That blew down. You know, I needed to move it though. If and when I get my second shipping container, it will need to butt up to there. So that needs to move over to there to put a shipping container just like butted right up to this one. And then another mistake I made when I was digging the hole, I dug it a little bit too far this way, because when I put the other pier for the other shipping container, it's in the hole by about a little bit. So I have to move the hole over about a foot a bit. Then I threw a tooth. I lost a tooth off the bucket. They were pretty worn out anyway. I was due to have them, and I had already thrown 3 of them. So I replaced 3 and then lost one. The biggest problem right now is I just solved the cleanliness issue, right? So, like, just getting procedures down, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How do I, and I'm not trying to run to the damn store anytime I need to figure something out. I mean, I got all kinds of shit around here. I just got to dig through it and find things I need to do what I need to do. So it just takes a little while of implementation. And like yesterday, I don't think I could have taken a bath or a shower yesterday. I mean, I could have, but the wind was just insane. I mean, it broke welds. It bashed in the side of my fucking truck with that thing. So anyway, yeah, so some days are a little burlier than others, but so showers and being clean have always been a cornerstone of my life, right? I've always sleeping, eating, showering. I mean, that's just good living there. So, and the showers are the way that I kind of define my day, I get up, I eat breakfast, I take a shower, and then my day goes, And then I can go and just do whatever. Like if I need to go work really hard, get dirty, I can do that. If I need to go into town and I can do that. I can do whatever I need to do. And it's just like a nice way to just start the day. Now, I just like it that way, right? And then I take a shower before I go to bed. And again, it's like the last thing I do before I go to bed. And it just kind of like, I'm super clean. I get into my bed. So my bed doesn't have anything left over from the night before. And what really got me on that whole kick was I used to be big into the nightclubs, right? And I would always be out all night in the clubs and coming home and then just going to bed. And then the next day, you didn't go to the club, but your pillow smells like cigarette smoke, right? So that was it. It's like I smell the cigarette smoke. Now they don't have smoking in bars anymore, but that's what really was like. Washing. You're gonna spend spend 8 hours in bed, right? You're gonna spend 8 hours wallowing around in whatever it was that you last did. That's just not optimal. Like out in a bar covered in cigarette smoke. Now you're gonna go sleep in cigarette smoke for freaking 8 hours on top of how many hours you're in a bar. Your skin just is not gonna like that shit, right? And so anyway, there is no way that I can even manage. I mean, I might be able to manage taking a friggin' this kind of shower every day, but I mean, it's a time-consuming thing, right? And so, what all this basically boils down to is it's really hard to get things done when I don't have that secure. Like I like go get dirty and all this and greasy and not necessarily greasy, but like potentially bump into the grease or whatever I need to do, right? And normally I wouldn't even think about it. I obviously try to keep grease off myself just because it just spreads everywhere. But I would just go and work and do whatever I needed to do. Now I'm like, man, I don't want to fucking go get dirty and stinky and sweaty. And then what? So that's what this past week has pretty much been, is just trying to figure out how to do things. I'm pretty much out of money until the first of the month. So I can't really do much anymore. Every single thing I'm trying to do right now takes money, right? Got to do this, got to do that. And it's just all priorities. And this was kind of why I wanted to go to Thailand, because I knew it was going to be just a fucking nightmare. Because it's like I'm prioritizing, like, okay, obviously I got food, right? I mean, yeah, I'm going to eat. And I'm going to be clean, so I got all the soap and the cleaners, and I go to the laundromat and get my clothes washed, and I do all that stuff, right? But, like, I really made a big mistake when I fucking bought this power box, right? That power box, I mailed those guys like $4,400, and then it was like 10 days before they confirmed to ship the money. And then it was like, I think it was like a month and a half or something like this. Like, so, and now the box is just not working. And I spent all this money on it, and I spent all the money on the motel waiting on it, and then I spent all the money on the truck so the truck could run it. But guess what? It's still not working right. And it's like fucking I'm trying to return it now. I'm like, this thing is just not working for me. It's got more than one problem. And there's like a switch that doesn't work right. And they had me like beat on the bottom of the box to fucking get it something that apparently seizes up sometimes and something, but it just intermittently doesn't fucking charge. And then there's something with the truck where the truck isn't spitting out enough voltage to really charge it up high enough, but the truck runs fine. So I don't want to sit here and dump all this fucking money into the truck trying to get this goddamn truck to put out enough voltage to run a box when the truck's running just fine the way it is. I already spent $800 fucking dollars on the truck, and I can't tell a goddamn bit of difference how the truck's running, right? And these guys are just like, oh, well, it's your truck. Yeah, well, don't sell something to somebody without asking them what the fuck they're putting in. This is really a $5,000 thing, right? And really, ordering something like that, you go to a fucking shop and the shop would check the truck and go, oh, you got a voltage issue. You don't want to put that thing in your truck. Your truck just runs fine, but the voltage, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Like, that's the fucking, like, I'm not a goddamn mechanic. I don't fucking know. My fucking truck's running just fine. I don't know it's not putting out enough voltage for this fucking box to run. And now I got all my money tied up in this fucking thing that does not do a motherfucking thing. And my truck has this motor, right? And this motor is apparently, the motor is famous because if you don't run the shit out of it, it'll blow up. So it's this diesel motor that Ford made. It's a turbo diesel, and it's just supposed to be fucking run. It's supposed to be run like really freaking hard. Like, I mean, you're just not supposed to baby it. You could get on it, get into traffic, tow heavy shit, blow that shit out of it, right? Well, I got it sitting here idling. And that's just going to kill the fucking truck. So it's idling like 1,000 times long. See, when I bought this box, I was under the assumption that I would have to run it for like an hour in the morning, and whenever I'm running a power tool, heavy power tool or whatever, and, like an hour or two at night, No, that fucking thing runs. I'll just let it fucking run for 2 fucking hours and go back there and I won't have a fucking charge. So I got this monkey fucking setup they got, bypassing the installation of the thing with this jumper cable running directly to the box, so the power's coming straight off the engine and not going through the connection, because the connection that they've got in here is connected to something and disconnects it, and that thing is fried. So they had me beat on the bottom of the box to try to get it to work. And it did something, but it didn't completely, it didn't fix it, right? So now it's an intermittent issue where it's charging or it's not charging, and so I'm just trying to return it now. And I'm out the money from the fucking hotel. I'm out the fucking money for the installation. I'm probably gonna be out the money for fucking some more shit on it. But I mean, fuck, man. It's just not fucking nightmare. I don't know what I'm gonna do without it, because it still provides a bit of power. I'll have no power, but I mean, and that was the whole point of this fucking thing. Like, when I built my fucking solar system, I had an RV. I had all my tools in my truck. And I was staying in RV parks where there's power, okay? And I was able to build my fucking system in a parking or in a fucking RV park and with that power, right? Well, that's not the fucking reality out here. There ain't no power just to plug into to get power. So I'm like, well, I got to start somewhere. I might as well start with this box in my truck, right? Well, I was going to build one myself, but then because of the way insurance works, I'm like, if I just buy this fucking thing, then it's insured, the whole box and everything in it, like as a thing, right? And I can't just put an air compressor in the back of my truck and then call the insurance unless I bolt it and wire it to the truck, right? So all that shit just equates into, oh, this will work. Yeah, but it doesn't work. It fucking doesn't work. It's got more than one problem. So, yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm literally thinking about driving the thing back to fucking Montana and giving it back to him so I can get my money handed to me, so I have my money, like I won't have the box and then I'll have my money. Because if I just take this thing and put it on the fucking shipping and just, when am I going to get my money back? And that's what it's really fucking about, is this goddamn money. Like, $4,000, $5,000 plus all the extra time in the hotel and truck, $6,000 fucking dollars, I mean, my solar system, every single thing I had in my RV solar system, I spent $5,000 on. So, I don't know. I did a lot of arranging in here while it was blowing like crazy yesterday. So here's my heater. And to move the refrigerator, I keep that going pretty much 24/7. Well, when the door is open, the bug thing's going. And I got a weird thing in the back of my throat, I think, from it, but whatever. And look, there's a damn bug right there. So not really working fully. Yeah, I just rearranged this stuff a little bit more and arranged everything and put a rug in and arranged some of this stuff so I had clothes and food. Yep, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm just every day wake up and just trudge along, see what the day brings, see what the weather is. The weather really rules things more than anything when you're living like this. Not a lot, you know. So, anyway, like and subscribe. Share this video because holy fuck was it fascinating.